we are going to talk about the next country on our list. And because this was country number 4, and we got at least 2 more shows to cover. And next one is, of course, the tiny, cute little nation called San Marino. They have chosen the Eurovision artist as well. Familiar tattooed face. And the final round of Una Voce per San Marino. 9 remaining acts, emerging acts, joined the 9 previously announced established artists. And they fought it between a David and Goliath kind of setup, but we did have a winner in the end. And it was a very long show, and they certainly made Sanremo, gave run for the money there for sure. But ultimately, we have a winner. Do you know how to pronounce the name properly, Gabe?
I think it's Una Voce per San Marino.
Yeah, but do you know how to pronounce the name of the artist that won?
It's like Achille Lauro or something.
Yes,
but I don't want to put on a silly accent to do it, so I'm just going to.
Yeah, me neither.
Lauro.
Yeah, so my apologies if we offended anybody, but that's just how it goes. But yeah, so he won with the song "Stripper," and as pointed out, he is already a familiar face to a lot of fans, certainly in Italy, as he has taken part, I think, 3 times now in the Sanremo festival. And since that didn't work out, he's like, let me go to San Marino. And guess what? It did work out, and he won it all, and now gets to go to Turin. And of course, as true Eurovision fans, you just have to love San Marino regardless of their song, right? So we always have love and appreciation for this little underdog, although they've not qualified twice in a row. Some other countries can say the same. But Gabe, what are your thoughts?
So I have to say that this is one of my favorite national finals in a long time. It gives us everything. The overblown, ridiculously long final, the bizarre open audition style semis, which were just so odd. There was so many weird things happening. I was sitting there watching the emerging artists, like early rounds, and thinking, is this a fever dream? Like, is this real? Am I actually... Like, is this actually things that are unfolding? Because some of them were so bad, it filled the hole in my heart that was left by the loss of the Belarusian open auditions.
Mm-hmm. Really, it was like that? Wow.
Because those, it was that specific brand of chaos. The thing is, they then combined that actually with a really quite nicely put together show, a really professional job, a format that they're renewing for 2023 as well, so that they're bringing it back. And it was just really well done, the whole process. And I want to say for San Marino, RTV are showing how it's done as a micronation on how to be creative and find a way to do a lot of the things that other countries do. Yes, at least I got to experience tiramisu and electroshock. Yes, it was incredible. The whole thing, bizarre stuff was happening, and it was and they ended up with a great winner. It's a great song with a really unique and like distinctive image for the artist, and I think it's going to do very well. I think it's a set qualifier easily, and probably San Marino's best results.
Wow, that is a very strong statement here. I mean, I didn't watch the show because I was like, no. It's just I think I told the story before because I never watched the whole Sanremo before the whole show. I think I told you a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, well, I'm going to do it this year, and I'm going to put 3.5 hours aside. Yeah, I'm a trooper. I'm ready. Bring it on. And then and people laughed at me, and I was like, oh shoot. So I'm like, I'm not even going to put myself in a situation here in San Marino. So I need to say I didn't watch the show, but I did watch. I think it is the law, if you want to be a Eurovision fan, to watch Valentina and Senhei perform together, the 2 queens of San Marino. You have to. It's a legal requirement, of course. But I did watch the song. I did my reaction video yesterday, and I. First of all the Italians are still at my case for it because I was not And still not like crazy about the Italian song, Måneskin song, right? Although I will say I love the band, and when they were on Saturday Night Live in the US, their songs were amazing. I know one's a cover song, but I love them as artists very much. But the song itself, I was never a fan of. It's just a genre, just rubs me the wrong way. So I can't say the song itself wins me over because it's not something I would listen to, but there is a big caveat there. There's something about him that I need to pay attention. He's a showman. Like, he draws your attention in, and it makes it fun. And there are really cool moments that I at least get engaged and was like, yay! And then like the background parts are almost like you can shout along to. There are really cool parts that a non-lover of the genre, I guess, can access. And that is very powerful. So usually I would say, like, I don't know if this song really has good, I don't know about this chances, but I do know that there is an audience and market for it. And having someone like you, Gabe, in particular, point out, well, this is a sure qualified, like, what are you even talking about, man? I'm like, makes me even more like, okay. People clearly gravitate towards that one. So I don't think I would, again, listen to this one in the studio version a whole lot. Granted, the sound quality wasn't the greatest because, Micronation, their budget is like $15. So it is very, I'm withholding final judgment on that as well. So it's not a song that I would probably listen to in the studio version, but with a great performer like that and the great vibe and energy, they could win me over, like kind of like what Måneskin did. Again, I don't want to just always draw a comparison. It's not fair either because it's a different song, but it's the closest I can think of in terms of genre that kind of relate. And so I am pleasantly surprised how much I like the song, considering I don't like the genre for itself is a no for me. Is there another song that, if this wouldn't have been the winner, Gabe, from what you seen, is there anything else you said, okay, I would have been cool with that as well?
I'll
take that as a no.
I mean, they're getting there. They are really, this year was a massive step forward, but I think there were some quality issues with some of the songs. I quite enjoyed Sweet Denial and Heartless Game, but they were both Bond themes, and I'm a slut for Bond themes. So that was just kind of like me, with my usual, oh, look, he's easily impressed by some dramatic strings and the trumpets.
That's me, though. I like horns. Yeah. And a tuba, like boom, boom, I'm in. I don't know what it is, but I get it. Mm-hmm. One question Sal brought up is, this was 100% jury vote. Do you think they should bring in a public vote next year as well? Obviously, you cannot really have a public vote just in San Marino. Again, 2.5 people there. But you could have an online vote. They do something like similar in other countries, kind of like what Czech Republic is doing. Do you think that would be a good idea?
I think that's a really good way to get the fans involved at large. I think San Marino understands that there's a tiny audience in San Marino. It wouldn't surprise me if more people watched Una Voce per San Marino, not in San Marino, than actually watched it. So if I was them, I would go all in on becoming the darlings of the fandom. I'm talking, host the show in English as well as Italian, online votes for, and then the fans can all vote. That is where the money is. That is how they're going to succeed. So I think, and they can lock themselves as a fan favorite every year by absolutely integrating themselves with this community. So I think going forward, I would love it if they did that. That would be such a cool thing. And it would almost feel like, I think if they did that, it would feel like the fandom has its own Eurovision entry every year. Mm-hmm. Because you got like San Marino, that we helped do that. That's our entry. I think they're the only nation that can do that, and I think it's really important that they do. It'll make them a lot of money as well because they can get people buying merch, they can do all these things. So that's my personal thought on that. Go all in. Why stop at just online voting?
I think that, San Marino, they thrive off of like tourism, exposure, that kind of stuff. So it's a great opportunity. It's a fantastic platform. So everything you just suggested, copy paste what you just said. I think now there's probably budgetary limitations what they can do, I'm sure, but it is definitely something. I think what they're doing right now is a great idea. Not that I had any issues with their internal selection, because some of them were like WTF entries, right? But we loved them for it. There's something about, I'm like, yes, they're talking about you want to have cyber sex again in the national finals and give us epic meme and GIF moments like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? So you just get this. And that's what San Marino is so good at. And I don't want them to change there either. So that is, yeah, I agree with that as well. Any other questions about San Marino or the act at ESC United in the chat real quick before we move on? And one shame is, Gabe, that they would have had guaranteed 24 points if Italy voted in that semi, but they're in semi one, huh?
I think they'll be all right. I think they'll qualify for the final anyway, and then they'll get those points from Italy. I don't know if other neighboring countries, so I don't know if Switzerland are voting in their semi, maybe Slovenia, Albania, Malta.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Switzerland does not border San Marino.
No, but I'm talking about.
I'm being a dick. I get it. I just want to be the smartass. Like, I know better. The American who knows geography better than the European. I know what you mean.
But like, you know, I'm talking about like, you know, countries where Italian music has a record of being successful. So maybe Spain, Portugal, France to a degree. You know, there's countries in there that will respond to this, and I think more generally, I think we'll see it being successful. I think it'll go down well. It's the sort of thing that would go down well in the UK and Ireland.
Switzerland is in semi one.
Some of them. I have listed like 10 countries. Some of them must vote in this semi. Like,
no, they're all in semi one. It's just San Marino and Serbia. No.
Oh god, but no, they're going to be fine anyway. They'll get through. Doesn't matter who you throw in that semi. They'll get through, and then they'll have a good one in the final. The way the pops work, it means they'll have some friends somewhere who'll give them some votes.
Yeah, I think so too. And the artist is popular in Italy. That's going to be a loud and energetic performance. Like, people will go crazy in the arena, and that will translate on camera as well, I'm pretty sure. So we have to wait and see. But San Marino is no longer just like that little like random country that is sending like, you know, songs with robots holding signs. They're actually taking this very seriously now. The Ralph Siegel days are gone.
I will defend who we are to my grave.
That's the hill you want to die on?
Yes, it is. It's me, Jenny B, and what you get is what you see. So you better listen carefully. Don't be mad. Don't be bitter. What they say on Twitter. I'll stop now.
So we're out of time. You got to move on. But no, so it is, you know, San Marino, we're so happy that you are doing what you're doing. Don't change.